YouTube, good morning. What is good? What's good, everyone? First, WXXR, where you tuning in from or logging in? What's good, my brother? Got Yeah Right coming through. I always like to know where everyone is tuning in from. Got fans all over. I thank each and every one of you. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Oh, from Greece. Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. I truly do. Michael Healy, Rochester, New York. The Rock. 585. I got a big-ass thing of water, and I froze it. You ever put something in the... I don't know about you guys. Well, that was interesting. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Someone let me know. That completely abruptly just cut off. Interesting. Hey, okay. Wow, that was crazy. Thank you. Yeah, right. Wow. That was interesting. Thought my Wi-Fi went out. What's good, Red? Red Comic in the house, 585. Red said he thought his Wi-Fi got cut. Red, you thought Spectrum phone glitch? Nate, what's good, Nate? I'm not sure. That doesn't happen too often. I get the little choppiness, you know, the little breaking, you know, pixelated. But as far as abruptly cutting off like that, I don't know. I can't call that one. Red Comic thought Spectrum cut his shit off. Oh, shit. Hold on. It seems to be an internet thing. Yeah. Listen, I just wanted to jump on here real quick. You know, I've been shouting out my man Yeah Right's channel. And I actually got to go back on some other videos and put some links for his channel. I want you guys and girls to subscribe to him. He has a very, very interesting video. Once again, showing that Rochester, New York police, Mr. Buffalo, come to Buffalo. I've been to Buffalo many times. What you got for me over there? What you got? You got something going on with the BPD? Absolutely. I've been to Buffalo a lot of times. Got a lot of love for Buffalo, New York. For those of you not familiar with Buffalo or the upstate New York area, Buffalo is about an hour west of us, west of Rochester. Basically, we are smack in the middle, well, not smack, closer to Buffalo, but we're pretty much in the middle of Buffalo, New York, and Syracuse, New York. Syracuse being to the east. Rough Buff, that's right. Yeah, right, says Rough Buff. A lot of love for Buffalo. Shout out to all my viewers in Buffalo, New York. Syracuse, all over. Real quick, before I get to the stream cut off, I was going to say, I don't know about you guys and girls, I can't drink water at room temperature. That's just me. So I like everything I drink cold. Yeah, right says always out in Buffalo, no doubt. So, but have you guys ever, and girls, ever put something in the freezer with the intention of pulling it, you know, off the freezer and down, and then all of a sudden you forget? That's what I did. I forgot pretty much overnight, I forgot to pull down the water. Now it's basically a big block of ice, but it's starting to melt. So listen, back to the point of this live real quick that I jumped on here for. Yeah, right. It's got an interesting video of a traffic stop that he recorded. Red Comics, I usually do that with Gatorade. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I do it too. You know what's crazy, Red? I don't know if you can relate to this. I do it with Gatorade and I forget, but then sometimes when I do get to it before I forget, it's like slushy, like a Slurpee kind of. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being weird. Maybe that's TMI. Too much information for y'all. Didn't mean to have a goofy moment there. But yeah, I do like that. So he got a Yeah Right has a very interesting video of a traffic stop that he filmed, because Yeah Right, unlike some folks nowadays, unfortunately, Yeah Right does know his right to record. He does know the, First Amendment, the Constitution protected First Amendment right to record, and he fully exercises it every chance he gets. Like I encourage each and every one of you to exercise it. So, you can feel free to go to his channel right now. I'm going to put the link as soon as I get off. I'm also going to be doing a video, which is something new for me, something I've always wanted to do and never really done. So to actually be the first time ever that I do this is basically break down a video through screenshot. You know what I mean? It's going to be nice. It's going to be interesting. I already started it, actually. So basically, it's going to be an interesting video breaking down basically what you can see in the video. I won't tell you everything so you can see it yourself, and I'll put the link to the video right here. Please, the only thing on the description below, the only thing I ask is that when you do go check out the video, obviously you'll be on Yeah Right's channel. Please subscribe to my man's channel. I said it on another live the other day, a couple days ago, yesterday, I'm not sure when, I forget. Yeah Right has a lot of, and by the way, it's Master Teacher Olaran Yeah Right, but that's my man, so I'll call him Yeah Right for short. Very interesting perspective on things. I'm being real, and this is why me and him, click, is because Emily Good versus RPD, she won. You can record Rochester cops. Oh, absolutely. But it's bigger than that from Greece, New York. It's absolutely, you're right, but it's way bigger than that. Not just in Rochester. You can record in the whole country. It's the First Amendment. It's a constitutionally protected First Amendment right. In essence, the highest courts. Good morning, Arizona. In essence, the highest courts of the land have ruled years ago. This is nothing new. That taking photographs and taking video of public places, public officials, public servants, like police, elected officials, again, public officials, public servants, is completely, exactly, across the country, completely allowed. And in fact, not only is it allowed, it's been deemed and decided by the courts to be an extension of the First Amendment, right to free speech. So basically, it's a form of free speech by recording and photographing. So it's absolutely 110% legal. So RPD can't help themselves. Big respect to you and your channel. Thank you, Buffalo. Got Joseph C. S. Thumbs up, Davy V. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate both of y'all. I really do. That means a lot. I know some of you wonder why some comments are blocked. I'm sure you guys see the trolls and the haters, and the nasty comments they leave. Some of you that have been following my work for a while, especially my day ones, know the threats that I've received, the disgusting harassment emails, messages. My children have been threatened. My children have been stalked at their school, and unfortunately, support from Boston. What's good, Submarine Vet 81? Submarine Vet 81. Thank you, from Boston, Massachusetts. A lot of love for Boston and the surrounding area. In fact, you guys and girls can Google it right here, or search on YouTube or Google it. Davy V RPD Exposed. Davy V RPD Exposed. I won a film festival award for that short film I did about the RPD, again, RPD Exposed, in 2001. October 13, 2001, I traveled to Malden, Massachusetts. Malden, Massachusetts, just outside Boston, and to receive an award for the 2001 ACM Video and Film Festival. A lot of love for Boston and the surrounding area. Thank you for tuning in. So again, the RPD just cannot control themselves. They just cannot help themselves. When they see a camera, good morning, Davy, Boricua, 100%, 100%, Rock City, in the house. Thank you, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Let me just take a little minute here. Muchas gracias por todo, para todo. See, the Spanish is rusty. Muchas gracias a todo. mis televidentes, mis viewers, boricua, cubano, mexicano, dominicano, en todas partes del país, en todas partes del mundo. Muchas gracias. What's up, Jesus? What's up, my boy? I appreciate each and every one of you, and I apologize. My Spanish gets a little bit rusty, but aprecio a todos mis fans latinos, a todos los televidentes que miran mi canal. Muchas gracias. Lo aprecio a cada uno de ustedes. Y muchas gracias por seguir el canal mío, Davy V TV. Muchas gracias por seguir el blog, el Davy V blog. Muchas gracias a todos. Jesus Padilla, keep up the good work. Thank you, Papi. I appreciate it, my man. Just had to take a little break there and shout out everyone in Spanish. I got a lot of Latino viewers, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate all my viewers. So back to the RPD, they just can't help themselves when they're being recorded. I'm mixed black and white, and everyone thinks I'm Spanish. Ducking profilers. What's good, submarine vet? Absolutely. I have biracial children myself. My sons are African American and Cuban, you know, Latino, and it's all good. It's all good. So again, the RPD cannot help themselves when they're being recorded, and I'm not going to give it away, but it's an interesting video. In the video, an RPD cop, two RPD cops pull over. It's basically an FTO. For those not familiar with the term FTO, it's Field Training Officer. It's basically a senior officer that rides along with a rookie officer as part of the rookie's training, and he's just basically like a supervising officer, which actually makes it even more disturbing what he did, because as a superior officer, you're supposed to be basically, you're supposed to have supervision of your officer. You're supposed to set an example. An FTO not only supervises a new officer on the field, but also trains that officer to conduct himself or herself in a professional manner. So for an FTO to behave in an unprofessional form is a little bit, disturbing, to say the least. And excuse me here, and it's just a little bit disturbing. So what happens basically, and I want you guys and girls to check out the video, and I'm going to put it on the link here. What happens is we got a little feedback here. What happens is that Yeah Right captures the moment where two RPD officers are stopping a car on Monroe Avenue, and basically you got to see for yourself what the officer, again, the superior officer. I always say, and it's not my video, it's my brother's Yeah Right's video, but me and him are on the same wavelength when it comes to our videos, as far as each video that I put out, and I assure you, each video that he puts out has multifaceted, multi-layered components and messages within it. And no offense to anyone, but if anything, it's like a training exercise for each and every one of you. It's a challenge. Whenever you see my videos, I guarantee there's at least, in parallel forms, there's at least 2 messages in that video, if not more. With Yeah Right's work, my brother's deep, my brother's on another level, and I mean that good. Some stuff that he's enlightened me to, I'm not gonna front. Some of the stuff is a little bit, kind of rattles because it's all new. But it's not that it's new to me, being somebody who has been entrenched in the police accountability issues. Let me move out of here real quick. But long story short, I'm gonna wrap up here. I've been rambling on for a minute. But there's a couple of messages in the video that I'm going to put the link to. And I want you guys and girls to kind of challenge yourselves to see what the messages are. But I'll give you a clue. An RPD officer behaves in a very childish, very silly way. Because, again, the RPD cannot help themselves when it comes to when they're on camera, like a kid, like a little child at a birthday party who sees the camera on him. But see, this is normal for a little child, right? It shouldn't be normal for a grown fucking man with a uniform and a badge. They can't help themselves. They want to do stupid shit. They want to be corny. They want to be mockish, right? They want to be disrespectful. And what they do ultimately is they help basically they make themselves look worse. We're talking about the RPD, a department which cannot stay out of the fucking spotlight. A department which has a long, dark history of corruption, misconduct, and abuse dating back to the 60s and before that. A department which has made national news headlines, including on CNN, just 5-6 years ago, for several incidents, including one where they violated Emily Good's rights to record and arrested her. Officer Mario Masick, a fuck-up. A dishonor to the badge, to anyone that wears a badge, an embarrassment to the Rochester, New York Police Department. They made CNN News a couple years after that for the arrest, for the racial profiling and arrest of 4 or 5, I'm sorry about the number, several black high school basketball players who were arrested for doing nothing else than WWB, waiting while black, for a bus, a city bus to go out to the game. 5 basketball players. We're talking about a department which can't stay out of the fucking spotlight for corruption. A department where 2 veteran police officers communication system to meet up at a street corner. No, right here. To meet up at a street corner and fight and throw hands in the fucking hood. 2 Rochester, New York police officers, Brandon Pike and Jordan Bracey, met up, used the air, and basically put a dispatcher whose job it is to save lives, to be quick, right? To dispatch calls, to take emergency life-threatening calls, and dispatch the right first responder, the ambulance, fire, police. Instead, the cops used this person as a conduit, as a messenger, until one of the cops says, yeah, you don't have to have dispatch tell me, I'll meet you there right now. And they met, and they threw hands in the hood. 2 police officers as a daycare bus full of children drove by. Can you imagine that? When I was daycare age, when I was elementary school age, police were heroes to me. Police was like fucking Superman. Except instead of seeing them in a movie, I would see them every day going about. They were heroes. I looked up to them. I respected the badge. I was taught that they were there to protect you, to help you. The whole stranger danger shit. If you see a cop, if you're in trouble and you see a cop, go to the cop. Go to the badge. Go to the uniform. They're the good guys. Until Rochester, New York police officer Randall Rambo Benjamin and Mark Mariano terrorized me and my family in 1986. In June of 1986, illegally broke into our home, threatened us at gunpoint, jacked me up against the wall, laughed at my mom, laughed at my brother, laughed at my dad, overturned dresser drawers, overturned mattresses, held guns to us, threatened to shoot my dog, and left laughing, leaving our front door in shambles. That was the day that a fucking light went off in my head. And I never, to this day, 32 years later, have never and will never look at police the same way again. Gracias, Rock City. Wow, bro, that's crazy. That's what drives me. That's what fuels me. That's what you're seeing right now. The memories that I will never be able to erase And how my dad, after that case, became outspoken with local reverends. Rest in peace and mad love for the late Reverend Raymond Graves, a true preacher. Like he said, a true preacher doesn't just preach behind the pulpit like all the fake preachers and ex-fucking pimps with their big Cadillacs and their clergy stickers on the car. But they don't do shit but collect donation and fuck the women in the congregation and pimp the congregation out. But are nowhere to fucking be seen in the hood. Why aren't they out here on Lowell Avenue ministering to the prostitutes? Why aren't they out here right now? Thank you, sub. Facts. Appreciate you. Don't get me started on that. We'll save a whole video for that shit. But again, in 1986, a light went off in my mind, in my life. And I have never and I will never look at police again the same. I have taught my kids to respect them. And if you're stopped, respect them. Be courteous. Yes, sir. Respect. Thank you, Joseph. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't make any sudden moves. Don't give them an excuse. And if you have a child who is driving age or any age, really, because nowadays they can stop you from going to the fucking store and buying a pack of now-laters. But especially if you have a teenage who is entering driving years, talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. Because you are dealing with a gang of thugs with a license to kill. Make no mistakes about it and don't get it twisted. They have the power to take your life, and then they have the system which backs them up and gives them that power in the first place, will rescue them and save them. Do you know that basically almost never is a cop charged with murder or any heinous atrocity and crime, right? But of the ones that are charged, do you know that less than 1%, can you imagine that? Less than 1% are convicted. Make no mistakes about it. They're the biggest fucking gang. I know how to deal with them, and they know how to, you know, respect for the most part. You know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. For the most part, they do. I've met some that I featured on this channel who I say they're cool, but at the end of the day, I'm not fucking stupid. I put nothing past them, and I don't trust them. None of them. And neither should you. Be respectful and teach your young children to be respectful in case they're stopped or when they're stopped, because it's inevitable. They will be stopped. I hate to say it, but it will happen. And no sudden movements. Never give them absolutely, WX, never give them an excuse. WX basically just said, and remember, basically, I'm sorry, my brother, and basically remembered the I do not consent. Absolutely. You know, I met a local gentleman at a bike shop here in Rochester, New York last night. Me and him had a long talk. I had to go see him for something at a bike shop. And we had a long talk about police. And this is a middle-aged Caucasian gentleman who shared some very disturbing things with me about the way that he views police. This is a middle-aged white guy. And me and him just click. When you feel those energies like me and my man, yeah, right, talk about in the universe, where you just lock and click with someone. And basically, I told him, I said, my man, the best advice that I'll leave you with after talking to him for about 40 minutes, I'm Cuban and Italian, we can talk. I said, the best advice I'll leave you with is this. Whenever you're stopped, I don't care if it's on a bike, I don't care if it's walking, I don't care if it's in a car, always record. A lot of people say, Davy, but I don't really want to do it like you, man. You want some other shit. You get out and put the camera in their face. That's me. Don't be me. Be you. Don't copy me. Do you. But protect yourself and your family by always recording any and every interaction that you have with police. Always record it. I give 2 fucks if the whole video is of the felt and the lint on the headliner of your car. I care less if it's an awkward video for 22 minutes long of your sun visor. Put your phone, turn your camera on the minute you are stopped. Don't wait till he comes up or she comes up to the window. Turn it on and leave it on the center console. Have the camera facing up or down. It doesn't matter. You don't have to hold it. I get that it's intimidating, even though it's your right, but I get it. Don't hold the phone. Just make sure it's recording, put it down, forget about it. Make sure you have enough battery life and enough space, and let it roll. Let it roll and let it catch it, because this is the thing. If you're a female and a cop stops you and he calls you a bitch, if he calls you the N-word, if he disrespects you, if he tries to fuck you, if he tries to make a proposition to you, like corrupt Greece, New York police officer, we got Greece viewers on, they'll remember this name, Gary Pignato, who would make it a point to stop women, and once he found out on their NISPIN computers, and when they ran a 1029, which is a background check, for those of you not familiar with a 1029 is, and it would come back that the individual was on paper, on parole, on probation, he would basically make a proposition to him. Do you know what? Or get violated. Two roads. Which one you gonna pick? I'll give you a clue. They didn't want to get violated. So they got violated in a different way. Record everything, because what most folks don't understand, and I know I'm on a whole zone now, but that's how I get. This is live. This is Davy VTV live for y'all. Please remember this advice always. What happens is, even if they call you a bitch, even if they call you the N-word, even if they threaten you and you capture it on audio, they will still, bang, bang, no doubt, sub, they will still protect themselves. They're a gang, they're a unit, and they have the system backing them up. They know the loopholes. So, not to be negative here, even if you have it on tape, Eric Garner is on video getting killed for selling Lucy's. And they still denied the shit. No. You're not seeing a black guy getting choked to death. They still denied it. They still spin it. So imagine for a second, imagine if you don't have it on audio. If you don't have that cop calling you a bitch, calling your sister, your wife, your girlfriend, your daughter a bitch, like the RPD has done countless times. Can you imagine if it's an uphill battle if you have it on tape? Can you imagine if you don't have it on film? They'll tell you you're fucking crazy, and none of their officers would ever do that. Protect yourself. Record it. Always record. Record everything. I'll wrap it up. I need some fucking water, yo. I'll be feeling like I swear to God, I'll be feeling like I get off stage in this bitch. Hold on. Man, I wish the preachers in Rochester would have this much passion about youth violence, about prostitution. Man, that would be good. Not this bullshit clergy on patrol that they teamed up with the city of Rochester and the RPD. That's a photo op. Rock City, right. Pew, pew. Sub, what's good? Oh, man. It's getting hot in here. Who had that song in the 2000s? Nelly, right? These cops are now freaking thugs. Legal thug. What's up, Davy V from Davy D? What's good, David? I remember you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in again. Appreciate you. Listen, I'm going to wrap up here. Check out Yeah Right's channel, please. I'm going to put the link as soon as this is uploaded. I'm going to do my little thingamajig there. Do my little editing. The video is interesting. And then I'm going to follow up maybe today, maybe by Monday, with a video breaking it down, some things that I want to talk about. Yeah Right did a great job. And to be honest, the best thing he did was to react immediately when he saw anything. You heard the saying, see something, film something. That's exactly what he did. But on top of that, he remained quiet. You know, he spoke a little bit, but, you know, he didn't interfere. That's what I always tell people. Don't do my style. Do you. And it's not about, I'll be honest, and I've been guilty of it sometimes, and this is what being real with you guys. We got a relationship here, and I need to be real too, right? We all need to be accountable in life, right? Not just the cops. Let's be real. Let's keep it 100. Sometimes, you know, I have, you know, perhaps said a few little more comments than I should, and that's cool, you know, that's me. Don't do my style, do yours. The biggest advice, okay, maybe I'm not, you know, practicing what I preach here, but okay, that's me. Don't be like me, be you. The biggest advice I can give someone recording is be as unobtrusive as you can. Be a fly on the wall. Because I'll be honest, and it's not to knock anyone, and I've never met the person, I believe it was a young woman on Jefferson and Bartlett who videotaped. Those of you from Rochester and those of you not from Rochester, please see this video. If you really don't want to take my word for it, you won't offend me. If you're new to the channel, oh, who the fuck is this Cuban guy, Davy V? The nerve of him, the audacity, what does he think? Bashing the cops. Cops are the good guys. That's fine. I love you still, and thank you for coming through the channel. No hard feelings, but do me a favor. Google Rochester, New York Police Department, Rochester, New York cops, Rochester, New York police officers, Benny War. Benny, B-E-N-N-Y. Do it right now when we get off. Please do it. W-A-R-R, War. A one-leg black amputee disabled man on a motorized scooter waiting for a city bus on the corner of Jefferson and Bartlett was tackled by several thugs in uniform and knocked off his wheelchair, and he remained on the ground, on the pavement, on the sidewalk for over 20 minutes. Go look at it. Why do I say that? Because the only video really, other than a city cam, which they edited because it's a city, and of course they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna help make the cops look bad. But the video on the ground was shot by a woman, an African-American young woman, and God bless her, because the video is important. But the crazy thing is that the video is one of the worst videos I have seen when it comes to someone recording police brutality. Because she wouldn't shut the fuck up. She wouldn't shut up. And the movement and the, oh, what's up, scrap? All the bullshit and all the gratuitous, we got a check mark from sub, no doubt. All the gratuitous comments coming out of her mouth, every time I watch the video, I actually say to myself, shut the fuck up. Because it was one of the most heinous, one of the most disgusting incidents of police brutality that I have ever seen. And in fact, I dare to say one of the worst in the country ever. How much bad can it get? How much worse can it get than cops, public servants who have sworn an oath to protect and serve, right? And help people, right? Supposedly, right? Knocking a disabled one leg. I mean, and no disrespect to Benny Ward, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm laughing in a sarcastic way. Like, are you kidding me? If there was ever a poster for police brutality, if there was ever a case, hold on, gotta pull over here for a fire truck, and we'll take a water break. Ambulance, I'm sorry. The real heroes out here saving lives on a Saturday morning, Rochester, New York. If there was ever a poster for police brutality, it would be the RPD Benny War incident. It's almost like you can't make this shit up. You cannot make it up. You can't even write this shit. 3 cops, at least 2 cops, but at one point 3, tackling and slamming a disabled, middle-aged, one-leg amputee black man for waiting for the fucking bus. Listen, and I love each and every one of you, and please don't take it the wrong way. For whatever reason, each and every one of you is drawn to my channel. For whatever reason, each and every one of you is drawn to me, to the whole Davy V thing, Davy V TV. Something interests you, each one of you, enough to log on a Saturday morning certainly you probably have better things to do, right? Even if it's house chores. I know I got to do laundry today. Than to watch a Cuban guy who comes across yelling at a fucking phone, or as my man Yeah Right calls it, a box with lights, artificial lights, because that's what it is. We're all stuck in a fucking phone texting, and people don't hold the door for people no more. There's no courtesy no more. You go to Wegmans and everybody's in their phone, and they'll look right through you, past you, cut you off, won't hold the door, won't say good morning, won't say thank you. Everybody's in, you know, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm speaking to a fucking box with lights now. But for whatever reason, you guys and girls right now watching this, and the ones that will watch it when you're watching it now, which will be later, which is now but later, but you know what I mean, are drawn to something about me, something interests you. And you know, I never do this, but I'm gonna do it. What the fuck, why not? Shout out to each and every one of you who has trolled my channel, who has created multiple clone channels. You know, I don't hate you, I don't dislike you. I feel sorry for you. Because for an individual to waste precious moments of their life and their time mocking someone else and creating channels about someone else, right off the bat, it shows you have deep issues, and I feel sorry for that. Mental illness is very, very real. In the end, my dad was mentally ill when he committed suicide. It's something I've been very open about. But it also shows more than that. It shows that you lack the wherewithal and the creativity to at least, please, if you're gonna challenge me, if you're that much of a cock writer and ass kisser and bootlicker, do it in a creative way. Add some spaz, some pizzazz to it. Start your own channel. Don't change your voice with auto-tune shit. Don't hide your face. Certainly don't use my profile pictures. I don't need any more help getting my face out there. I got fans worldwide. Work on getting some subs, because you have 0 or 1 are usually the two most common numbers that pop up when I click on the channels. But all jokes aside, challenge me. I'll tell you what, this is a challenge to all the trolls and the haters right here on Davy VTV. Do the complete opposite of what I'm doing. Go around and document good acts by the RPD and explain why the videos that I have posted, which clearly show cops mocking people exercising their First Amendment right to record, which shows cops meeting up to fight, which shows cops illegally entering and breaking homes, which shows cops killing unarmed people, which show cops killing innocent family pets, which show cops kicking pregnant women, which show cops punching pregnant women in the side of the head, which show cops acting above the law, which show cops shitting on the same Constitution they took an oath to enforce and uphold. Make a creative channel. I challenge you. I'll tell you right now, you can't fucking do it. You cannot fucking do it. For the rest of you, peace. I love you. I done lost my voice making this motherfucking video. I be getting off and I feel like, I wonder if that's how rap artists feel when they get off stage, like fucking, you know, exhausted. Not really. I feel energized, but you know what I mean. Listen, I love each and every one of you. Again, this is supposed to be a long video. Y'all get me going because it's an energy thing. When I see people from all over tuning in, I appreciate, love each and every one of you. Mic drop. Boop, no doubt. Thank you. Greece, New York in the house. And listen, check out Yeah Right's channel. Check out the video. See what the cop does. Challenge yourself to see all the points in that video. I guarantee there's several messages in that video. All right? Love each and every one of you. More videos coming at y'all soon. Davy VTV. Peace. You're doing a great job, Davy V. Thank you. Arizona. Thank you.